Welcome to the very first episode of the Gone Bush podcast, out in the bush. But this is also a bit of a special episode for me. So as you can see, I have lost my mask. I don't know where it is, but today's the day I finally get to reveal my teeth. So I'm going to get up out of my chair and get a bit closer to the camera. First time in a very long time.
We've got Rocky back.
You got Rocky with teeth for the first time?
We've got Rocky with teeth.
So I got them last week, and we did film an episode when I had, actually I only had the bottom in, but I really wanted to wait until we got out here to do that. Have we got any, I haven't got any housekeeping notes, have we?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Not
cool.
really. It's just off the top, I think, today.
So,
I was going to say, you got new teeth. My teeth are falling out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so soon I'll be revealing no teeth.
Well,
probably.
In the last month, how much? You've had like 3 removed, haven't you?
Yeah, I had a couple removed and one filled up, and since then 2 more have chipped away at the front.
Good God.
So,
and I should also mention today's filming, we've also got 2 people behind the camera.
yeah.
On the left, we've got my Uncle Ron, and on the right, we've got my brother Anthony. It's biologically my cousin, but he is my brother. And they are out here with us camping. Now, they're also going to be getting to listen to some of the stories we're going to tell you today, but my Uncle Ron doesn't actually know about the last story, so it's going to be a cool little surprise for him and that. But as I told you, we're going to be talking about some of the crime that has happened over here over the years, and especially more recently. But before I do that, for the first time, I can actually have a drink while we're filming, so I'm going to do that.
I've got my usual cordial in my invisible.
Well, it's not invisible because it's not on the green screen.
It won't be invisible today, but normally it's invisible.
And we also did try to get a sign made for the front of the table, but it didn't go to plan, so how about I used a little bit of magic?
Yeah, and I did say
Let's have a look.
my usual cordial, just for the viewers.
Non-alcoholic beer.
Carlton Zero.
1, 2, 3. There you go. We've got a sign on the front of our board.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's the same one I tried to get made, but it just couldn't be done in time, so
Right.
I couldn't get it. It was basically going to be through Mum's work, people who make their signs. They were going to do that for me, but the lady who does it has gone on holidays,
Right.
so I couldn't get them done in time.
Right. She knew that she had to do that for you, and she went on holidays. Is that what happened?
More than likely.
That'd be bloody right.
Actually, before we get into this, though, I want to talk about some of the stuff we've been doing. Not that you can see it now, but for most of our trip up here, we've been up here 3 days so far. We've had a mattress anchored down in the water because that's we found out it's quite a good raft, and if you anchor it down, you can just sit on it all day and sunbake, but you will have a problem when you're trying to get off because you're probably going to fall in.
Yeah.
As I found out.
Yeah.
About 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, because it's got a bit soggy, and you fall off the side.
Yeah, let's go with soggy and not soiled.
Yeah.
And then what else we found all the frogs.
Yeah, we found some tadpoles, probably from the same frogs, which we think is Rocky River tree frog.
Which was, I still found that funny because we're filming that last night. Obviously, my name is Rocky.
Yeah.
He kept struggling to remember that it was called a Rocky River frog. He could get river frog, but he couldn't remember the word Rocky.
Yeah, because your name's throwing me off. How could it be the same in my little mind? But yeah, we got there in the end. And we're not even sure if that's what it is. It could still be a Perrins because the eyes were diluted because it's dark and they can't see the cross.
But we have Perrins near where you live, don't we?
No, not really.
Oh, is it Renners?
Renners.
Yes,
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
They're a much smaller frog, aren't they?
They are.
They are.
But they look like Renner tadpole. I think I mentioned that last night because they've got the spiral on the stomach.
Well, the thing I liked about the Rocky River one was that it had that little pattern on the back of its leg. That's like a little zebra pattern something on it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before, and from memory, I think Perrins tree frog tadpoles don't have that. They have spots, like speckled. They're speckled.
I do love when you get the animals that have got natural art on their bodies.
Yeah.
I reckon that's really cool.
Natural means of camouflage, in fact.
Yeah.
Which is art, of course.
And also a threat display, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's more camouflage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, especially at that age.
I will have to say, if you see us squinting, it's because
We're in the sun.
we've got the sun right on us, but it's currently moving around a bit, so it ends up in our eyes quite often.
Yeah, yeah, and then the lights will go out. There'll be the shadow, clouds will come over.
Oh, right,
The
right.
clouds will come
I was
over.
gonna
It's
say,
like
we're not
someone
using
turned the
lights.
lights out, then the lights will come back on again.
All right.
Let me see how that's going, actually. Oh, yes, just about to turn the lights out now,
it's
actually.
literally right on top of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right on target.
All right, so let's get stuck into
Here we go. We're turning the lights out.
the mystery that surrounds this area. So we are in the northeastern of Victoria, or more central east, I think you could say.
Yeah.
Part wherein is known as the Upper Goulburn State Forest, which I didn't know until yesterday. I went to the sign out the front of camp and it says Upper State Goulburn Forest. I thought we were just in the Goulburn Forest.
No,
State Forest.
it's like
But apparently
Buckingham
there's
Upper
Upper.
or something like that, yeah.
Well, it makes sense. 'cause
Further
we have,
in, further
yeah, I
in.
was going to say, we have gone a fair way up
Yeah.
to get into our campsite.
Yep. Further in and further up.
And
Get the word upper.
we're kind of in a sort of perfect spot for where all these stories happen because we're sort of in the middle. So if we go about, I'd say between 5 and 10 k's north, we will go to the spot where the gentleman who was the governor of our best maximum security prison in Victoria, or state, whatever you want to call it, he disappeared up here. His name was David Prideaux, and he vanished in 2011. Up here with his brother-in-law, they're going for a deer hunting trip. Disappeared, never been found since. Now, it is extremely rough terrain up here. Even the most experienced bushman could get lost up here or could get killed up here. Mudslides, down branches, falling trees, everything. There's so many things out here that can kill you, and that's not even including the animals, because we've got brown snakes, tiger snakes, yellow belly black snakes. We've got the really dangerous bull ants out here. You get a bite from one of them, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt real bad. I saw a show, a guy called Coyote Peterson.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just comparing that with someone behind the camera.
Yeah.
And he goes and takes bites from the like all these insects in the world that
See
are really.
how we go with this.
And I think you put the bullet ant as number 2.
Oh.
So that says something. This is the guy that
Yeah.
goes out and gets bitten, and yeah, if he says it's number 2, I think it's number 2.
Yeah. And then there's wolf spiders as well. They can bite you.
Yeah, they're out here, aren't they?
Oh yeah, we saw one last night.
Yeah, and
that was a baby.
oh yeah, no, we saw quite a few wolf spiders. 'Cause
Yeah.
they were quite small.
Yeah.
They had a lot of spiders.
They're
out
not good. Apparently, if they're in congregation,
here.
they gang up on their prey.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't want to know that.
Yeah, if one starts stinging, they all sting the same thing. Apparently.
Well, see, here's my problem. We're in behind the camera, or where the camera is now, is inside a gazebo.
Yeah.
If they pack into there and attack us, there's
No.
only one way out of that gazebo.
Yeah.
No,
I think it's
might be in
more.
trouble.
It'd be more to do with. Let's just say you were stuck in the mud in the river on the banks. That's where they live, on the banks.
Okay, well, I'm not worried then.
Let's just say you got stuck you're by yourself and you couldn't get out. If you stay there for too long, all these spiders will come out and start attacking you. Apparently, they're wolf spiders. That's how they operate.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense, pack, wolf.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Anyway, so there was also a lot of suspicion regarding David Prideaux and his position as governor, because we had one of our more notorious gangland members called Carl Williams, and he was killed in prison by another criminal, obviously, and the main reason they believed that he was murdered was because he was basically giving names to the police and informing to the police. It got found out, and then also the government, the police force was paying for Carl Williams' daughter's private school fees. All this sort of shit came out. And then he was killed, and it was a conspiracy.
Once they found that out, they knew there was something going on.
Well, yeah, and there was a conspiracy that the guards basically let it happen.
Yeah, that's right.
But they also said that, and this hasn't been confirmed because I haven't actually been able to find it, but they said that he possessed copies of statements on a CD-ROM made by Carl and his father George, which talks about police involvement in corruption and murder. You'll have to excuse my nose. I get a bit like this when my body gets hot. It's really weird. Something to do with the deviating septum. Anyway, so it was suspected he might have also been killed in relation to having that CD-ROM, which has also now disappeared. It's never been. No one's ever actually. The problem is no one's ever actually seen this CD-ROM. It's just being talked about, and no one can find it. Yeah, see, I like this one. It sort of tells you this. If you get an idea, if you have a look at some of these are very near. And this is just listing some of the places that they search, and they're all sort of there's historic markers for huts and little buildings, and there's also tracks. Both of these two are actually quite near here. The hut, again, that one's north. The spur track is probably about 40 k's that way. Yeah. I think it's up more towards Lickler. Yeah. Which is when we go through Jamison, it's off to the left. Yeah. So they never did find his body, the CD-ROM. I think there was suspicion about his brother-in-law having an involvement with it because he was the one with him, but they were never able to prove anything. Now, there is someone else they suspected may have played a part in his disappearance/death, because a coroner did rule in 2014 that his death on the mountain was not suspicious, which I don't know how a coroner can rule that when they don't have a body and anything to say what actually happened. But anyway.
Maybe they just wanted to close the case.
I'd say that's probably what it was, because it was a governor. They just wanted the media off of it, basically.
It's coming into dead ends everywhere. Just close the case.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So, for many years up here, there has been a man that they refer to. I have his name here, but I'm not going to say it because he hasn't actually been convicted of any crimes. So I would probably be starting a shitstorm if I said his name. They refer to him, though, as the Button Man. He's been in the area for many, many, many years, and what he does is he comes up camping here for possibly months at a time, and he camps in spots where he can see absolutely everyone who's in the area, but you can't see him. They say he's in his early 70s, very fit, tough bloke, and camps out in the bush for weeks at a time, possibly months at a time. There's been deer hunters who have come up here, and they say this man approaches their campfires silently. He turns up, he sits down uninvited and makes awkward conversation, and the deer hunters find this a bit strange and off-putting. There's also...
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, well...
Is it in this area?
Yes, there's something weirder coming with that because... no, I'll say it when we get to it. There has been since... Oh, when was this? I don't know when this article I'm looking at was published. It's a few years ago now. But there were a lot of people who disappeared in the 60-kilometre radius in roughly around the period of July of that year. A lot of people vanished, never been found, never been confirmed dead, nothing. A lot of them, they didn't find any suspicious, anything suspicious within their families, nothing like that. There's literally no clues to what has happened to these people. So, you add it up. One person goes missing, yeah, okay, that can get lost, they can, whatever, they perish. Dogs eat them, whatever. But when two people go missing, you go, well, that could have happened again. Four's starting to get a bit interesting. There you go. 4 people have gone missing in the high country in the last 10 months. Now, there's just endless accounts over the years of people who have encountered him.
Yeah, you know what's just actually strange about that? And yeah, we keep coming to the camping here.
I know. But see, where's the one I'm looking for? Yes, it even says in recent years there have been experienced hunters, well-equipped bushwalkers, campers and day trippers have disappeared without a trace. All in the areas that he camps. But the one that really freaked me out is because we actually saw this once.
We heard noises or something?
No. There's one particular thing I'm interested in.
Did you see someone?
Nope. Ah, here we are. For reasons known only to himself, the Button Man builds rock pyramids in random spots and places piles of pebbles on the road to know if a car has passed. Now, one of the trips we recently, or in one of my more recent trips, we saw on a couple rock pyramids on the sides of the river.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't know about him doing that back then.
Oh. Maybe he made those other things that we saw down there.
That looks like someone set.
More of a sleuth box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's set up a sleuth box down in the river. They move the big stones around in such a way that it catches the river water flow, and they put their little shaker sleuth, hand manual shaker, in the water flow, and use the river water as a pump. So no pump required. Shake, shake, shake. Big rocks go out, and the gold stays in the sleuther.
Okay.
And then you've got to arrange the rocks a certain way to get the water to come in.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
That's what it looks like down there.
That's why I don't think that was anything wrong.
So I don't know. I mean, I didn't see the guy do it or anything, but...
No, here's another creepy one. So there was a wildlife photographer up here. He spent days taking multiple different types of wildlife shots. And when he returned home and downloaded his photos to his computer, there was one unexplained shot of the photographer asleep inside his tent. No one knows who took that photo. And they believe it was him because he can silently get in and do this sort of stuff. He knows how to do it because he's a creeper. They even say bushies who have stocked their firewood supplies in hidden crevices have found their stash gone. They say someone must have been watching to know the location. So he's constantly watching people. Now just in the recent ones, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people missing just recently.
What did you say? That you stole someone's stash? Is that what you said?
Yeah, up their wood. He takes their firewood.
Oh.
Bush guys who know the area hide it somewhere so they can come and collect it at some point. But this little bastard comes and takes it because he's watching them when they hide it.
Oh.
How sneaky.
Oh.
Now let's get to the third and final crime up here.
I'll just say for the viewers anyway, because we're here, I haven't seen anything.
We haven't seen nothing.
Ourselves haven't seen any activity.
Nothing to invoke fear up here so far.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
So,
we did see some frogs.
Well, that, but anyway.
Okay.
So in 1993, 2 prisoners escaped from Melbourne Remand Centre. They blew a hole in the second floor of the Melbourne Remand Centre, climbed down through a bed sheet. It turned out they actually had help. They got away. They had a car waiting. Police chased them. One police officer chased them. They got into a shootout. The officer got shot in the shoulder. One of the guys broke his arm, and another one caught lacerations or something or other. So the 2 guys were Archie Butterley and Peter Robert Gibb, the more serious criminal out of the 2. And they were both in prison for a long time, so they were never getting out. So they got out, they shot the police officer, he was down, they took his revolver, and then they took the police car as well, which seems stupid because it's like a beacon to say, catch me, catch me.
Yeah, I'm over here, hello.
Exactly. They ended up dumping that.
Even without the signs on.
Exactly.
I mean, they know where their cars are.
That's right. Yeah. So they eventually dumped that. They dumped that a short distance away. Then they got into a Suzuki Vitara, then travelled to Frankston where they had another Pajero waiting as a backup getaway car.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. Change cars.
So at that point, that's when they decided to head up bush to hide, and they came up this way. They went up to more southerly areas like Traralgon. Where else? I can't remember where they all were, but it was more in the Gippsland areas. Yeah, Traralgon Latrobe Regional Hospital.
Oh yeah.
To try and get fixed.
Yeah.
But they had a female helping, and her name was Heather Parker. She was a prison officer who was having a relationship with Peter Gibb. Right. And that's how they got help escape. She helped them get out, all that sort of stuff. But being wounded, they were trying not to get too much attention. So they eventually headed up here to a place called Gaffney's Creek, which is about
Yeah, I've been there.
it's about 10 minutes up the road from here.
Yeah, no,
and
10 miles or something.
yeah, we use metric here.
15 k's odd.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where they stayed at a hotel in Gaffney's Creek, the three of them. The one who was really injured, which I think was Budley at the time, Peter and Heather made out that he was their son, very sick son, who no one at the hotel ever got to see. They said everyone said they were nice to everyone, but coincidentally, a couple of days later, they left just after a fire burned down the entire hotel. Wonder who started that.
Yeah, right.
So at this point, the police have come up and then they've realised who it was started this fire and who it was that's in the area.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine they're not far away now.
Mm.
So they're running.
Right.
Now at this point, they're actually on foot. They haven't got a car to use anymore.
Right.
They stop right here.
Yeah.
Right here. They stop right here.
That'll be those footprints I saw earlier.
This is literally 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Right.
They stopped
Probably
here.
not
They
them.
thought they left their car up there.
Yeah.
That's how the police knew they were in this location.
Mm.
They found them down in the water here, waiting in the water, still with the guns on them. And at that point, a gunfight broke out here between the police, Archie Budley, and Peter Robert Gibb. Archie Budley was killed. I believe he was still in the river when they killed him.
Mm.
But after a coroner's inquest, they determined that the gun that he was shot with was the police revolver he stole, but they also determined he didn't kill himself, so that doesn't really make sense to me. They caught Peter Robert Gibb. They did fire a couple of shots to him. He had to get into hospital. But he survived. He survived and went back to prison, and he died 2011.
In prison.
In prison, where he belonged.
Mm.
So I didn't know. We'd been to Picnic Point multiple times at this point, at this juncture, and then I was just doing some reading, and I found this article on Facebook, and it just so turned out that this massive gun battle took place in our favourite campsite. So there is actually a little bit of death here because that guy did die in the river down there.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Heather Parker. Yeah, she went to jail for a few years, but she got released. Why? Probably because she was. I don't mean to sound sexist, but it's probably because she was a woman.
She's only an accomplice, wasn't she?
Yeah, but if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't have got out.
That was less, though.
It is, but only a couple of years is a bit bullshit.
Yeah.
She should still at least do like 10 years. I think she only did 3 or so years.
So, like you said, a number of factors
Exactly.
play here. Yeah.
So, yeah, this was basically our campsite was the site of a gun battle.
Mm.
Which, like, you've heard stories about the Civil War and where these gun battles happen, but here, and that's exactly why I'm not saying the name, because there is no marker here to say that happened here, so I'm guessing the government doesn't really want you to memorialise what happened here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that's why I won't say the name.
They
of
don't want to
our
hero-wise
campground.
the situation.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's why I won't say the name of our campground, but
Yeah.
I was just, that is... I know it sounds wrong to say it's cool that someone was in a gun battle and died out here, but it's a part of Australia's criminal history, and it's just cool that it happened in what so happens to be our favourite camp spot.
Yeah, well, it's like the same as Ned Kelly stuff.
Yeah, but
It's another story.
well, yeah. What did he?
Not far from here either.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Because the pubs, they rebuilt that pub.
Yeah.
We
Clematis
passed-
or somewhere.
No, we passed.
No.
It's near
No, it's
Mansfield.
just the other way around.
It's near Mansfield. We passed it on the way up here.
Yeah, I forget now.
Can't remember what it's bloody called.
Mm.
But that's where, he had his final gun battle and
Yeah.
died. But I think they burnt that place down at Regina and then rebuilt it as a historical thing.
That's right. We
So-
got too old and had to rebuild it.
Yeah, I really want to finish finish it off on that last story because, for obvious reasons, that last story took place right where we're sitting.
Yeah.
So that is just, really cool. So Budley died. Peter Robert Gibb died in prison in 2011. I'm not sure what from, but hopefully it was cancer of some very painful sort.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and get a beer, right?
Well, we just told it. We've got like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how long we had.
No, we haven't got long left
Oh,
because we
okay.
basically
Cool.
finished it up.
Okay.
So also, tomorrow, although if you're watching this some point later down the track, this doesn't matter. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, we will also release the very first Gone Bush episode, which is where we finally went bush. And we,
Yay, we're here.
yeah, we show you some frogs that he caught and also released. We show you some of the tadpoles. We show you some of the insects in the water that you can also confuse for tadpoles.
Yeah.
What were they?
Probably at this point could even clarify a bit for the viewers. We think they're Rocky River tree frog.
Yeah.
I have to say that subject to clarification, because I haven't got my book here.
Yeah.
It could still be parents, so there's a debate.
But
with what they're one of those two.
the quick moving things we saw, they were, was it diving beetles?
Yeah, the diving beetles on the surface. Yeah.
That you could easily confuse for a tadpole.
Yeah. No, but
For
I'm
the
not,
average person.
yeah, the average person. Yeah. What is that? Yeah.
Yeah, it would kind of look like a tadpole because of how quickly it moves.
And we saw the trout.
Yeah, the
brown
baby trout.
Baby brown trout, which means they're breeding.
Exactly right.
And we saw the very baby native galaxia.
That's right.
It could be pygmy galaxia.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not sure of the species, but I haven't seen them that small before.
Yep.
But they were very healthy and moving very fast in that stream against the current.
Yeah,
Very,
okay.
very- that's good. Yeah, it's a good sign.
So yeah, I would. Yes, okay. I imagine this episode will come out maybe on Christmas Day or the day after, on Boxing Day.
Right.
Because I've got to
Yeah.
edit it all when I get. So Froggy leaves today. I leave. I'm going to be leaving a few days later, so I'll have some time, but I need time to edit both of all the stuff we've been doing out here.
Yeah.
So it's going to take me about a week or so to get all that done.
And I've got to leave today because I've got to get back to the farm.
Yeah, all the animals,
And,
they can only take care of themselves
yeah.
for 3 days.
We've set it up for 3 days, and when I get back, I've got to
And we
pick
would-
everything up. So
Definitely not trust your housemate to take care of them.
for any longer than that, everything would be dead.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yes, I've
that'd be
got to get
awful.
back and attend to the animals, basically.
We're going to continue on out here for a few more days and enjoy the weather we've been getting. Actually, we had a really nice storm yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to mention before, did you tell the viewers that we even had a storm?
Yeah, and it was in
Really
warm
nice.
temperature, so it was even
Fantastic.
beautiful.
Quite hot and raining.
Exactly,
Really
and there
good.
was, we got a little bit of flooding happening.
Yeah, it was lovely. I love that.
But we also have a drainage system
Yeah.
that was put
Yeah.
in by the rangers. and
Allowed
we
me
think-
to play in the mud and make me drains, as I've been doing since I was a baby.
But that's the other thing I was saying before. It's always a couple of, or at least a few degrees higher than anything the forecast says.
Yeah.
It's never right. So
That's
that's why today was meant to be low 20s. It's probably gotten to 30 at some point today.
Yeah.
Because it's quite warm. It's nice today, actually. It's not too hot.
Yeah.
I don't if you go and sit inside that gazebo, it's probably a sauna.
And today's all right. Yesterday was a problem.
Although, okay, no, yeah, we got a thumbs up. It's a sauna in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so the next episode, if this comes out on Christmas Day, then that means probably the next episode will be coming out on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I can't remember what day. If Christmas Day happens to fall on a Wednesday, Tuesday,
Yeah.
happens to fall on a Tuesday, then it will be coming out Christmas Day.
Mm.
If not, that'll be Boxing Day. I
No,
can't
no,
remember.
me, it's too far
Yeah.
ahead.
And I haven't got my phone
Yeah.
right here.
Oh,
We're
I-
actually doing this without as much technology out here because we frankly don't need it
Mm.
out here.
Yeah. We don't need lighting, as long as we do it in the daytime.
I just got to do it once.
But we have got.
I'm worried that you'd be tipping over.
Oh, it's empty.
Well, now I feel like an idiot.
Remember I told you?
All right.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So I don't even know how long we've been going for because we didn't do the stopwatch. like
Oh,
we
yeah,
usually
dick, dumb. Yeah.
do. Who are you calling that? Was it you calling
Me.
yourself- Okay,
Oh,
good.
my job.
Good. I was going to say because it's your job.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'll push it now, right?
that's not going to do any good now, is it?
No.
It's going to count down until we end.
Yeah.
Jesus.
See, look, we've got 1 minute left.
Hey, you know what's surprising? Today,
about right.
today you haven't done anything I need to bleep.
No, I haven't.
Cut
Yeah.
any of that out.
Yeah, probably because I'm tired.
All right, so I think we'll finish it up there. And don't forget to tune in next week. And thank you very much for tuning in to the very first episode. The very first episode of Gone Bush podcast, Out in the Bush.
Yeah.
out in the Goulburn State Forest.
Yep.
So we'll catch you next week. And for now, I'm Rocky, and this is...
Froggy, and don't forget to push all the buttons.
Oh, shit, yeah, I forgot
All right,
again.
just down there they are.
How the hell are you remembering and not me? That's not right.
Yep. So
Yeah, like, subscribe,
yeah,
share.
yeah, I need you to do that bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where they are.
Yeah.
It's like a ghost.
I'll
Anyway.
give you a rough guide. If you want a more accurate guide, you can speak to the director, and he'll show you. He is the
Yeah,
director.
that's like telling everyone to message me where to find it.
like.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's us for now, so we'll catch you next week.
All right. See you later.
See ya.